Good evening to everyone. So we would ask if you would just to stand with us for a word of prayer. And afterwards, we would ask that you would just remain standing for a few minutes for our pledge of allegiance. So at this particular time, if you would just bow with us for a word of prayer. Father God, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. So grateful for all the blessings that you continue to bestow upon us as a people, as a town. And so we're just so grateful for all of your goodness. And we ask your continued blessing upon each citizen within our town. Lord, we ask that everything we do tonight as we conduct the business of the town, that it would be done to the betterment of this community, and also that it would be done ultimately to bring you glory. All this we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
If you would join us for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Okay. Roll call, please. Thank you.
O.C. Holmes. Here. Deborah Birkin. Here. Ernest Purdle.
Here.
Tommy Turner.
Well,
Jesse Giles.
Here.
Mr. Jimmy Robinson. The August 7th board meeting was called to order by Mayor Gene Bowden. Board member Ansel Rose, O.C. Holmes, Tommy Turner, Ernest Purdle, Deborah Birkin, and Jesse Giles. Jimmy Robinson absent. A motion to approve minutes of the previous meeting was made by Tommy Turner, second, Jesse Giles, motion carried. Comments from the citizens were given. A motion was made by Deborah Birkin to allow connection on Jackson and Oak Ladies 2 mobile home based on the water and wastewater supervisor findings if connection can be allowed. Second, Tommy Turner, motion carried. Old business. The board was informed the 7 acres of land of the industrial park rendered to RCG Trucking for business development was deeded back to the town of Whiteville. A motion was made by Deborah Birkin to pay the public entity invoice for workers' compensation. Second, O.C. Holmes, motion carried. The motion was made by Jesse Giles to pay public entities invoice for property and crime. Second, Ernest Purdle, motion carried. A motion was made by Deborah Birkin to approve Angela Simmons and Glenda Doyle to participate in the Delta Regional Authority crop program. Second, O.C. Holmes, motion carried. A motion was made by Deborah Birkin to approve the utility adjustments of $14.16 and charge-offs of $629.12. Second, Ernest Purdle, motion carried. A motion was made by Deborah Birkin to approve the paid invoices from June 26th to July 31st. Second, O.C. Holmes, motion carried. A motion was made by Deborah Birkin to approve Police Chief Ben Davis to review sole source provider for a specific taser contract for purchase. Second, Tommy Turner, motion carried. Having no other business to come before the board, a motion was made by Ernest Purdle to adjourn. Second, Tommy Turner, motion carried.
okay. You heard the reading of our minutes from our last meeting. Are there any questions or any corrections as it relate to our minutes from our last meeting? If there are none, we will entertain a motion to approve our minutes from our last meeting.
Motion to approve our minutes from last week.
I second.
Okay, the motion's been made and met with a second that we approve our minutes from our last meeting. All those in favor, let it be known by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, motion carried. All right, the next item on our agenda calls for communication from the mayor, which I have none at this particular time. We will move forward. We'll follow up on Allen, I guess it's Allen Street or Allen Extension. Okay. Are we still working toward that to get some clarification from the county? Yeah, okay. So we're still working forward to get some clarification on that Allen Street extension. And, when we get all of that done, we will, treat that Allen Street extension as, we would any other streets, and we will, ultimately get a sign to go back up there. And it will be one of the streets that we will, be within our paving, when we get ready to do that as well. All right, so follow up on, our third annual Main Street Festival. Well, it was a great festival this year. It was hot, and I don't have to tell you that, it was extremely hot. It cooled off a little later on in the evening, and that's when the crowd really began to come. Unbeknownst to me, there was another crowd assembled on the other side of City Hall, just about as many people, and I had no idea, because I'm kind of focused on what was going on in front of us. But it was good, you know, everything's peaceful, there were no incidents. And we always excited about that, when we, finish an event and there were no incidents and everybody just had a great time. We always try to do an assessment to see what we can learn and what we might do differently to make things better, so that's what we're doing now. We wanted to continue to grow and be better each year. So, but overall, we had another great, event, so we're pleased with that.
Mr. Mayor, I think we might need to try to do it on, probably September, middle of September, mid October, 'cause July is just too hot. August is just too hot.
You know, and we've considered that, we've been talking about that, and we've taken that under consideration. We also said, because we only missed the cooler weather by one day. Yeah. But who knew?
Sunday was really nice.
Sunday it was cool, and it was great weather for the next 2-3 days. So you don't know, you don't really know how to judge. We
We're going way behind on.
But the way this weather is, you don't know, you really don't know, that's one thing that's unpredictable, we can't, but yeah, we have taken that under consideration.
It was hot, but it wasn't raining.
It wasn't raining, so that we were grateful for, it was just extremely hot, so. We got through it, no one, you know, had any heat-related injuries, we were just glad about that, we were trying to be prepared in case that should happen, but it worked out, so we will be looking at all those things, as we plan for the next one. All right, so at this time, on our agenda, it calls for comments from our citizens. Does anyone have any comments or anything you would like to present before the Board of Mayor and Aldermen this evening? Okay, would you just give us your name and where you reside?
I reside in Bolivar, Tennessee right now.
Okay, and your name?
Elizabeth Lee White, but Whiteville is my hometown.
Is that mic on?
No, it's not on the,
Is it on?
Okay, we're-
I mean, okay.
Yes.
She can have this.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you for allowing me this time to be able to speak on behalf of Whiteville, Tennessee, which is my home. My mother resides here, my family resides here, and recently I reside here. So I'm coming to the council members and all of the residents of Whiteville on behalf of the streets on Minerva Street, on 317 Minerva Street. The streets are not up to standards. It's not just Minerva Street. There are other streets in Whiteville also that needs attention to. So I know it's not just me speaking for them or just speaking for the community as a whole. It's just some things about the streets that need to be updated. They need to be repaired. 317 Minerva Street, there's also a house that's got a sign on it says it's not even in a habitation for anybody to live in. Therefore, that means that house is not up to standards, and it needs to be at least torn down, so that the other residents who live there would be able to come outside their door and not look at the condition of the house. Because I wouldn't want anybody else to live that way either. So I come into this committee tonight, the councilman, to let you all know that we do need some help in getting the streets repaired. Not just me speaking for family, for everyone in the community. And I just want to bring that to your attention. And also, there's a road at the entrance at the BP here that Mr. Michael at the 970 Marius Classic Auto Shop. That road going into there is also in bad shape. So, as I said before, I'm speaking on behalf of myself and family here in Whiteville, Tennessee. So I just wanted to bring it to the council attention about the streets. It'll be good for all of us.
Yeah.
Not just for just this person or that person, but the whole community as a whole. And I just wanna thank you all for allowing me to speak tonight, and I hope this can be resolved. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I would say that, when you mentioned the street up by BP, that is a private drive that is not within our jurisdiction to care for that, to take care of that particular drive. It is part of that business.
Yeah. Sure.
And, so it's up to that business owner to
Okay.
get that, those potholes filled in that pavement. And I would say, I would also say that, street paving is on our itinerary for this year. That will be one of the most expensive and most costly expenditures that we'll have this year. And so it will have to be put out to bid, and we'll have to we can only do so many. But we're definitely gonna do, some streets this year. And we will we will start with the most, the ones who need it most. And that's where we'll start with, but we will not, because of the extreme cost of asphalting, we won't be able to do them all this year. But we will get started on them this year. And so, did any of you?
Plus the house that we didn't tell her about the house that's.
Right.
That's,
Yeah.
we already working on that too.
We're working on that. We've taken down a couple of condemned houses, and it's a process, and I believe you and I spoke in my
Yeah.
office. But it's a process that we have to go through in order to do that, and none of us really want to see those condemned houses on our street. And certainly we don't want to see them on your street either. So, yeah, we will, definitely give attention to those things, and we appreciate you, bringing it to our attention tonight.
Thank you.
You welcome.
Can I say,
Go ahead.
on the private parking lot, right here at BP,
Yeah.
both of them really responsible for that. The guy that owns Amoco and the business, they can't get together.
They cannot
It's
decide.
anything that we can do to,
Well, you got two businesses there,
yeah. but-
and Mr. Myers, I think his business gets the most use.
Yeah.
It does.
Right. Now, Adam up at BP has another driveway,
Yeah.
and most people turn and use that, so. I don't know, I listen, it's something that they have to come together on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and it is bad,
It's a
I
bad
I
problem.
wouldn't wanna turn
Just
it
like the
in.
dollar
I
store
don't
is
turn
bad,
it.
but that's
Yeah.
private property.
Yeah, that's private property.
Everybody.
And so we would hope that all of our businesses would keep up their, parking lots.
Yeah,
And I recall a few years ago, we did, we spoke to the people up at the dollar store, and they did pay there.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's getting there again. so. Yeah. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you all.
All right. Old business? None? Anything that we're working on? If not, we will move into our new business.
For that old business, I asked Angie, I thought, Mr. Herron was supposed to be with us tonight, but she said that y'all got it settled.
about the
Trailers
trailers.
over there?
Oh, yeah,
What did y'all decide on the trailers and everything?
I'm gonna let Matt, when he get up to give his address, he'll tell us how we were able to work that out.
Okay.
They were able to work that out. I'm sorry. Yeah, they got it worked out.
Okay.
And so Matt's gonna, he'll speak on that when he get up with his remarks. Okay. Let's see. So municipal code of ethics, administrator.
In your packet, it is required by law that we have this person picked out and ordinance adopted by January 1st. So if you don't decide tonight, you still got October and November, hopefully not quick to December, but, doesn't have to be decided tonight, but if you'll read over it and
Okay.
this person will have responsibilities.
Okay.
We don't look at the person, well, let me see, does anybody have a person in mind? Is there a particular person or company that we're looking at?
So the person will be responsible for administering and enforcing ethical standards.
Are we looking at anybody else?
How about you?
This is a new law, is what it says.
We have to have someone in place, on the books with the state.
So their title would be the municipal code administrator?
Yes.
Is this new or is this something that we gotta update?
We always had a code of ethics, but I think they just wanted to make sure everyone across the board has,
And it's all counted by January
Right,
first.
because you know, each, elected official has to say,
Right.
has to do that on a, annual basis, y'all record, right?
Yeah.
All that. So,
And does that have to be a person that works for the city, or it could be anybody in the community?
You like to do it, chief?
that's the question. We have to
I mean, by the way it
get
is,
some,
by the way it is, doesn't.
so we can reach out to the comptroller office for more clarification, yeah.
you don't have to decide your names.
No.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to put it out there, so something we can be thinking about. Okay. All right. Equipment to scrap or donate to the Whiteville Elementary School.
In your packet, there is a short list from the wastewater department that, we no longer need or have use for. So the idea from our supervisor is to donate it. He's already spoken to the school and they are willing to accept what he wants to give to them. And need y'all to vote to scrap and donate.
All right.
So, okay.
So if the school can use it,
That's all I'm supposed to
The
say.
school can use this equipment or they're gonna scrap it for money?
If you look, the part that says scrap, he wants to scrap, and then the part that has donate is where he wants to
Yeah.
donate to.
The two singlers, we would have to pay somebody to recover the remaining refrigerant out of them, and they're mostly plastic cases. So weight-wise, we wouldn't get a lot of money scrapped, and the VOTEC school can take them and let students work on them and learn recovery, pull the refrigerant out, and have those extra parts. Through their project, and they've already agreed to take them, if y'all are willing to let us donate them to them.
So this is from Whiteville VOTEC or Whiteville Elementary
For the
School?
VOTEC.
Our,
Huh?
For the school.
our, okay.
Votek.
Yeah, we meant
What
both that
school
school,
gonna do
yeah,
with
cause I
it?
was like,
Well, I see why
they
they
want
want
it.
that.
what would they do with it?
What they gonna do with an autoclave?
No, it's been,
They-
applied $10.
Okay, so they gonna fix it
No.
and give it to, the school, warm blankets or something like that? But that's what autoclaves are for, you warming up,
They don't have any
most
buildings.
places, well, autoclaves for instruments and things like that.
All I know is they can use them and they can use them in their, training.
Mhm.
So
They teach.
They just seem to be, if they want, because
Yeah, teaching.
what we're doing is we're trying to clean up out there, the things we don't need out there at the water department.
Well, I make a
We need
motion
to
that
get
we,
rid of it and get it cleaned up out there.
I make a motion that we donate to the, school,
So
and
take
to
out
the,
scrap the other.
Scrap the other.
I said,
All right, the motion has been made, that we, get rid of our, wastewater old equipment by donating and scrapping. All those in favor, let it be known by the sign of aye. Those opposed? Okay, motion carries. So that's what we will do, Matthew. All right. Okay, other business, utility adjustments and charge offs. And you probably had an opportunity to look over everything in your package already.
Debit, pay.
We're not down to that one
We-
yet.
That's the utility bill.
That's just the utility.
So, both of,
Make a motion, we make the utility adjustments and charge.
All right,
yes, no, second motion.
all right, the motion's been made, met with a second, that, we pay our utility adjustments and charge offs. All those in favor, let it be known by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, motion carried. All right, now we're down to our paid invoices.
It looks like it gets thicker and thicker
Yeah.
every month.
Well, we,
But I make a motion, we pay our bill.
yeah,
I second.
all right, the motion's been made and met with a second, that we approve our paid invoices. All those in favor, let it be known by the sign of aye.
Aye.
And those opposed? Motion carried. All right. Okay, at this particular time, we will, hear from officers, staff, and board members. Ben, what you got for us today?
Since the last board meeting, we have gotten the tasers, and stuff in. We haven't issued them out yet because, waiting on Axon, they're gonna send an instructor down, to certify us on the new tasers, so.
Okay.
We have gotten all that in, we're just waiting to get our certification. You notice 3 of our F-150s has had the new decals, put on it. Even the school resource, vehicle has actually got, the Whiteville Elementary decal and everything on the back glass. It looks really good.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it.
I got a question though. I saw Randy's tonight, and it's just got police, it's not gonna have Whiteville on it anywhere?
we're trying to find a place where we can put white on it, because we wouldn't want to make it look like it was crowned on there. You know, cause, some of the other vehicles, like the old Tahoes and stuff, it had a big enough fender area where we can put, you know, the badge,
Yeah.
and everything. These fenders are so much more narrow, so we're trying to find where we can put it at on the vehicle, so it looks right.
Gotcha.
You know, I hate to make a really nice looking decal, look like crap trying to squish something in. Yeah, so, but we're getting a Tahoe and, the other Explorer, decals, at the end of this week with the new decals and stuff. So, the SRO grant has came through. I think it came through, what, a couple weeks ago? They sent it through, the new, the grant for the violent crime grant is supposed to start the 15th of this month. So, that'll start up for Captain Hatch. We'll be able to start getting equipment and stuff for him, up underneath that. And I think that's pretty much it. So.
Sounds good, appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Matt, you up next?
Start with the 7th Street since I asked about that. We went ahead and approved the one trailer, got to looking, and there was an existing connection, existing water meter and sewer connection. And I reread the moratorium that we're under, and it says that existing connections can be used even if the house wasn't there, and that new connections are up to the city's discretion based on sewer improvements. It's pretty loose. I talked to the state lady, she was okay with it, and I also talked to our collections guy from Oakland, and he was on board too. But just for that one,
Okay.
So
That's
that's all.
what we,
Is that the one you already got?
yes.
so that's the one
in
that
the back.
always make sure that we're in
Right.
compliance.
Mhm.
Okay,
So that other one, is that the one that's gonna have to wait till June of next year?
Yes.
gotta wait, okay.
But it's the one that's already there.
Okay.
The one that's on the corner is the one that's approved.
Mm-hmm, yeah, the new
I
one.
got it,
The one that's put behind it
yeah,
won't be able to be approved
okay.
until we get more sewer improvements
Right.
and we get out from under our moratorium.
Gotcha, okay.
The other thing I have is that the prison finally picked a contractor for the Alpha 2 valve. So we'll be getting that project going, and hopefully here in the next month or two, once they get some parts in. I did talk to the contractor they picked, and that's what they're waiting on, is all the supplies to come in, which should help with some of our water loss, because that valve now, we just can't control it. It sticks and it'll stay open longer than it's supposed to, and it'll stay closed longer than it's supposed to, so the tank swings a lot more than it needs to.
So sometimes we forget, a lot of our water problems that we got in prisons up there, so.
And that's,
So we got a lot
and then.
riding on our water system.
And then as far as our project for the sewer that's ongoing, it's on halt because we're waiting on more supplies. I talked to the engineers, and the contractor's just waiting on stuff to come in for the lift station part itself and a few
Right.
more pieces of pipe to finish up the last little section in the field by us on the wastewater side.
Did they have any timeline?
No, he was not aware of an exact timeline when I talked to him. And that
Okay.
was last week, so,
Okay.
and then we already went over everything else I had.
All right then, appreciate it. All right, Linda got something she's, anxious to tell us, I'm sure. The library.
Okay, so what I did is this month I pulled y'all the report, the circulation report that we have to do every month. And I've never had them done before because I usually do my money first.
Okay.
This due for the city. Anyway, so this blue up here at the top of it, this is for August. It tells you how much stuff we have in our library collection and whether or not I've added or deleted any items during that month.
Okay.
If you look down here, the first yellow one tells you how many checkouts that we have had electronically. Cause if you look over here at this other blue part, in the Libby app, the Tennessee Electronic Library, that's how many books, audio books and ebooks that we have in that collection, but the state has more
Okay.
than we have, you know, we just got a few in there that belongs exclusively to our library, but then on the first yellow one, it tells you how many ebooks that we have had checked out and how many different people checked out that many books. So I mean, we checked out like 119 with only 13 people using that particular app. So that's quite a lot if you think about it. And then the next section is how much physical circulation we've had of books. And the next is, which includes the audio and the video, okay? And, then the next section tells you like other items, like our hotspots, that's what that is hotspots. And, then it gives you a total at the next. And then the next down here is how many library cards we've added during that month, in the pinkish looking color. And then in the purple right there, it tells you how many people have visited the library during the month. The first thing is like, we had 719 people come to the library, and that's while we were in there.
Okay.
That doesn't count after hours. But it also tells you how many people used, how many reference transactions we had. Reference transaction is like, something that we have to look up online for people. It's not, do you have such and such book? But it might be directions, having to give them directions to the city hall or something like that. We add stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but stuff, mostly stuff we gotta look up online. Then the next thing is computer uses, how many people have used the computers, it's in each session. And then the next one, if you look at that, that is a large number. This is how many people come up there and use the Wi-Fi. We have had 3,594 sessions just during the month of August.
Okay.
On the Wi-Fi, yes. Yes.
All right.
And then down at the bottom, the rest of that stuff is not applicable to us.
Okay.
But down at the bottom right there, it tells you ILL borrowed, that's interlibrary loan, that's how many books that we borrowed from another library and how many books we loaned out, and she's got them backwards, cause that's not right. She's got them backwards, I don't know why. And then the green section, it tells you about programs and things that we've had. But I don't know what she did with my children's programs on there, cause I know I had at least one. And then the meeting room is if somebody calls and wants to use the upstairs room or whatever during that month, that's what I count as our meeting room. If somebody wants to be up there privately and whatever, and then it tells you how many different borrowers we got in another purple section. And this yellow down here in this corner tells you how many videos that I put on Facebook and how many views we had within an hour. Within an hour of each one of those. And this in the other opposite corner here, in this pale peach or beige color, whatever that is, they started something new, and we had to count passive programs too. Instead of counting it up here in these programs, we have to count it as passive programs. And passive programs is, we have Legos, puzzles, coloring sheets, puppets, and then sometimes we have snacks that we give out, and I just count each one as one program. I don't count it for each day somebody comes and gets something.
Okay.
But we count how many do use it, and I just count each one of those as one program.
All right.
Okay. So,
Okay.
that's it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, okay. So that's our library report. Okay, is there, a report from okay, Angie, you have something?
Yeah, I wanna remind you all about the charter update and, need a good date on when you all wanna start working on that. And the time, if you wanna do it before the board meeting starts or
Okay.
different sessions, just whenever y'all come by City Hall and
Okay, so we'll talk about,
work that out, some kind of way.
start working on our charter, making the updates
Oh,
where we
yeah.
think,
Okay.
and something we've been talking about for the past almost 3 years, I know.
Yeah,
That the charter has to be, or needs to be updated.
okay.
Not everything in there will have to be changed, but there are a
Okay.
number of things will have to make changes on. Okay, all right, okay. Debbie, you have anything? What?
I have some, with the fire department, you know, report and stuff.
Okay, fire department report, we have that in our package.
I have a question.
Okay.
What are they gonna do with, I was asked by the residents over there, off of, what's the street off of my street, Blue Boy Street, that run down where they did the lines for the water? They left all those orange cones, are they finished, or they
No.
gonna come back and get them?
No, and I
Some
think
of
that's,
it's out in the road.
I think that's what Matt was talking about, because they had to pull off of the project to get some more equipment or get
Okay, okay, so
some
the
new
cones are
supplies,
still.
yeah.
Yeah.
And really, someone had reached out to me about that as well, so
Yeah, they
I'm
talked to
glad
me
that
about
you
it,
mentioned.
so, yeah,
But let them know that it is still ongoing.
and don't
They-
move them.
Don't move.
Okay,
They had to pull off of that to get some more equipment in.
okay, all right.
Right, okay.
Somebody had moved them, put in the road and all that, and I put them
I
back.
had to get the top out the road too, I
Yeah.
just put them back over on the
Yeah.
side.
That's what I did.
Yeah, so they really just had them around the area that they were working.
Right,
Yeah.
off the road, like, but somebody put them all in the
Yes, I
road,
was
throw them all in the road.
Young
Yeah.
boys.
Probably just throw
The
them out.
kids, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Mr. Giles, do you have anything?
No, sir.
All right, Tommy? Okay. All right then, with all that. So we, take note of, all of our activities. Echo fundraiser, September the 15th at 7 o'clock, and that's gonna take place at the Whiteville Elementary School.
Yes, sir.
And for those who may not be, familiar with what that is, that's El Canaan's, participation in Allen White School Renewal Program. So that fundraiser, all that money is going toward, revitalizing the old Allen White School. And if they can get that with additional money that they have asked the state to, put in this budget for us, then they can move forward on finally building that museum, which is gonna be, and we are excited about that. I'm hoping that we're only a year maybe out. Probably, that's probably being a little bit too, I don't know. But I hope we're only about a year out, we'll get started on that. That's gonna be great for the town of Whiteville. It's gonna be a tourist attraction. And, of course, we know a lot of work gotta be done over there in that area.
Yeah.
A lot of work. But we can do it, we can get it done.
We have
So that-
prices on tickets and things like that, Mr. Mayor?
They, what about, yeah. So with that being said, we need to know, Angie need to know who all
Oh, I plan on
gonna
attending.
go. So you going,
Well, I'm on program and I'm a graduate, I'm a
So
1963
you already-
graduate out of White, so
so
I pretty already done out.
this coming Friday, so
They
Debbie, you
pick some
gonna,
$40.
you gonna be there? And Tommy, you
Yeah.
going?
I'm going.
Okay.
And my daughters are decorating and I'm singing and our church is participating, so it's gonna be a great event.
Yeah. And so we hope
I mean,
that,
wait, I mean, yeah, do we have to, pay you or just city box the
No,
money?
we got-
no, the city bought
Oh,
the table.
No, the table.
Yeah.
I think the table is 8, right?
You can make a donation though.
They meant, yeah.
You know, she said. Okay, good, so we're looking forward, we hope that's gonna be a great event. And then we have the, Harvey County Chamber, Awards banquet, which is, that's Saturday.
Next.
That's the 16th, that's the
Yeah.
next day. So that's, at 6 to 8 at the, country club.
Country club, yeah.
And need to know tonight who all.
We need to know who's going,
Where you country club?
Over there.
Wow.
the country club over
I
by
tell
the
you what
park,
country
by
club.
the,
Is that-
before you get to the
And that
ball.
time you get a, oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay,
Across from where we went to the park.
yeah, exactly, there you
Gotcha,
go,
okay.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I plan on attending both of them.
Okay.
okay,
Sure.
all right. Huh?
And the mayor,
Myself and,
Ms. House?
Mr. Giles, and so you gonna be able to go
Oh,
to the chamber event as well?
I don't know. Friday night gonna be a big night for me, I'm gonna be tired.
Okay, so
So
that means Saturday night, that's Saturday
What
night.
kind of awards is
Okay.
this? I mean, this is,
So, yeah,
what kind of awards is
Well,
this? Is
well,
this
the
for-
the chamber gives out awards to businesses and people who are members of their, we didn't vote on this year.
Do we pay to go to, is there
We
a
didn't have-
fee for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Or how much we have to pay?
It's
6 to 8.
40 a couple, something like
Yeah.
They got tickets?
I think it's in your pay. Well, that's what I'm waiting to get.
Is this a dress up affair, a casual affair, a western affair?
Well,
Wear what
they
you
do
want.
have a theme, I think, what is the theme this year? It's like a rock and roll, it's like
Oh,
a,
it look like it's the 70s.
yeah, it's a 70s kind of theme.
Yeah, with their dress.
So, yeah,
So both
put
of
on
them
your
is,
skirt and all that stuff.
Both of them forms?
No, what did they say about the dress for the,
Well, this way they
I
dress
guess
like in the
business
70s, rock and roll
casual
era.
would be good. Yeah. Okay,
No, Saturday.
I don't wanna go in with them.
Friday night, they want you to dress for them.
I would say, what's
Blue jeans and
the
stuff.
attire for the, event?
The banquet is,
You supporting black
it's gonna be dressed up, cause
Yeah, that's what I
everybody went to Alabama, we wearing blue, and it's gonna be blue and white, which is our school color, so
Gotcha,
it's a
okay.
dress up affair for Friday.
That's right.
Okay, so Saturday, I think is kinda like,
Adam White.
Yeah, I went to
60s.
ball and dusty, so, you know.
You can't wear them red and white.
okay, we're right,
That's why I
really like it.
Which one red? That was
Okay.
always our
I got
ride.
the blue.
Adam the White always
I was
goes
told
around.
blue, no.
Okay,
I did go down White in fourth grade. First through fourth.
so, and the next thing on,
My sister did
as
graduate.
far as activity, we have the dog park grand opening October 28th.
That don't be mine.
Show up for
Well,
that.
before that, I'm having Solar Eclipse Day on the 14th, and then I'm having International Moon Observation Night on the 21st at the library.
You got telescope and all that stuff up there.
Mhm.
Oh, how do we- okay, so,
That's 14th October.
But that's for the kids, my
Okay.
big thing is for the kids.
all right,
My anniversary.
okay,
Wind down.
so the 28th, you can, all right,
On the 14th, the one she talking about for
Oh,
the solar
okay.
thing.
so, okay.
Yeah, the Solar Eclipse.
But all the rest of it, I can make it, all the rest of it.
Okay, then, of course, the trunk or treat, October the 31st, 7:30.
It was good last year.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
where all those people come from?
Yeah.
Well, most of them came from Baldwin.
Yeah.
It was had a bus show up.
Yeah, it was a bunch of them, I mean, they brought all of them in here. Yeah,
Is it 7:30 or 7 p.m.? For 7 p.m.
7,
Okay.
yeah, so,
I think we have, what, well over 800, 1,000 kids
well,
last
that's
year.
where I'm, they gonna come to that.
Okay.
Yeah, they bring all those kids. Okay, and so this year, in lieu of, a Christmas parade, we're having the Christmas downtown.
All right.
There's gonna be some great decorations, and we, are working on the decorations, and,
That's gonna be nice.
Like the trunk or treat, it's gonna be kinda like the trunk or treat.
yeah, they're similar, but we don't, what is the theme, and it has a, yeah,
It's gonna have a Candyland theme.
Candyland with gingerbread houses
Oh,
and
that's
all
gonna
that
be
stuff.
nice.
Life size. Prisoners make them.
That's gonna be nice.
But they, oh, I'm sorry, we're not gonna reveal everything.
We're already told everybody.
Need something for your imagination.
So y'all go tell them. But we're gonna have, all you gotta tell them, we got Christmas downtown, it's a downtown.
That was a tree light.
That is gonna be nice.
Well, yeah, I guess we could do a tree lighting
So.
prior to the event, maybe, I don't know.
Behind the Christmas tree. I donate my,
Instead of parade, just go in there.
Yeah. It was getting hard
I
to
said I donate.
get participants, people couldn't bring their floats, they just, so, we were struggling with the parade. All right, so Christmas downtown this year, and that's December the 9th at 6 p.m. All right, if there is nothing else, we will entertain a motion to adjourn for.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion been made, made with the second, that we adjourn for this month until next month. All those in favor, let it be known by a sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right.